life comes with so many chaos and sometimes it goes with the order. So when there is a chaos, we feel challenges and we try to overcome it, and then we tend to look for orders. But when there are so many orders as well, we feel like something is not happening what we want. So
see, it's very relative to you. No? Don't talk of these things as objective. When you say chaos and order, it depends on who you are. If you take yourself as the socially ordered being, the socially conditioned being, or the biologically ordered being, then even spiritual progress will appear like chaos to you. To the man who is conditioned to living in a social system, in the social order, a Rumi or a Kabir or a Krishna is a messenger of anarchy, great disorder. We will say Rumi just brings about chaos and Krishna is deviating from all the accepted principles. So he too is disorderly. Who are you? You always define chaos and order from your own vantage point. Sometimes it is better to be chaotic than to be socially ordered. Kids appear chaotic, later on they become ordered. Mostly their order is not something to be really celebrated. The chaos was powered by freedom. This order is powered by bondage. You decide which one is better. Divine order often appears like chaos. But you should also remember that if you are transcending social biological order, that does not mean that you are entering disorder. If you are transcending the order imposed upon you by the society, then you are entering a divine order, a mystical order. That order will not be very comprehensible to everybody. So they might say that you are very disorderly now. But that again does not mean that everything that appears disorderly is actually divine order. Do not get into that. You turn your room totally chaotic, and when somebody asks you why is your room in such a shabby condition, you say because this is divine order. No. Not everything shabby is.
Like I have heard so many times, I feel some people are like they have lost the zeal in life to get up, and they say that anyway everything is, yeah. Everything is transient, so what is my motive to get
If
up?
everything is transient, then even this idea of transience is transient. So all that is nonsense. In fact, all of that has given spirituality a very bad name. Such people are very bad models. Looking at them, people run away from spirituality. Oh my God. If he is what it means to become spiritual, then I better remain material.
So if I'm a spiritual seeker, do I have responsibility
Yes,
to portray a good example?
obviously. But that good example is never a manufactured or fabricated example. You naturally become a good example to the ones who are seeking goodness. You will not become a good example to those who are not seeking goodness. You talked of responsibility. The fundamental responsibility of the spiritual man is obviously towards himself. At the center of responsibility lies the question, who am I? And who am I? We talked of it yesterday. I am the restless one. Who am I? I am the restless one. And I am not speculating. I'm not merely quoting from scriptures. I'm coming from my own experience. I am restless day in and day out. I am the confused one. I am the tired one. I am the one who feels incomplete. That's the one I am. If that's the one I am, what is my responsibility? What is the responsibility of the thirsty one?
Find water.
Full stop. That's your responsibility. Find water. And if you are seen finding water, then you obviously, naturally, effortlessly become a good example for everybody else who is seeking water. The very fact that you could obtain water for yourself becomes a great motivator to others. If he could get it, surely it is possible. If Krishna could have it, if Ashtavakra could have it, if Jesus could have it, there surely must be some glimmer of a hope for me as well.
Develop the faith to pursue the truth.
You are already pursuing the truth, though in a distorted way. Nobody ever pursues anything else. Falseness is a myth. What did we say yesterday? Each of us is already a lover of truth. But we are pursuing the truth in our personal ways, with an eye on self-preservation. Self-preservation. We want to get the truth and also remain intact, preserved. So it is not as if you need to develop a zeal to find the truth. You already are eager for the truth. Every single man on the street, anywhere, just anywhere, born, unborn, to be born, is a seeker of. I dare say that even plants and animals are looking for nothing but the truth. Even they are in search of liberation. And that is why they respond to love. Anybody who responds to love is just a seeker of truth. Because that is what is love. To be pulled towards the truth. To be attracted to the truth is love. To be attracted to peace is love. Don't ask how to have a zeal for truth. A better question, a more useful question would be, I am already pursuing the truth in my personal ways. Are my ways right? Question your ways. Do not ask for the truth. He is pursuing truth, you are pursuing truth, he too is pursuing truth, she is pursuing truth, she is pursuing truth, I am pursuing truth. Everybody is a pursuer of truth. But we all are pursuing truth in our own crooked ways because we don't want to lose ourselves in the pursuit of truth. We don't want to pay the price. We want to get truth at a discount.
What is the price against it?
Huh?
What is the price against it? Losing our current identity.
Only truth meets truth. So if you are carrying anything false, you will be denied entry. So what is the price you need to pay? Drop everything that is false about you. Drop everything that is not truthful about you. The more you drop your baggage, the closer you find yourself to the... That is the price to be paid. It's a good price to be paid. It's not even a price. If you are being unburdened of unnecessary baggage, is it a price that you are paying or a gift that you are getting? Tell me. I'm moving about like this in life. This is my life. What is this? My life. And the truth is saying, please keep it off. And if you don't keep it off, then you don't gain entry. Am I being asked for a great price or am I being blessed? Answer, please.
Blessed.
Because most of us are so attached to this that we don't want to keep it away. And if we are asked to keep it away, we feel as if some great injustice is happening. Then we say, spirituality is for the select few. They were the ones who could keep it away. And actually they were irresponsible also. I am the responsible one. I'll keep carrying my cancer. What is this? A cancerous lump, a tumor. Why are you carrying it on your head? Rather in your head.
You said we are like self is the priority in this path. We always prioritize ourselves.
Thirst. You are already thirsty. You need not look for truth as a passion, as an interest. You have to look for the truth as a thirsty one looks for water. Would the thirsty one say looking for water is his hobby? No, it is not his hobby. It's a life-saving thing. If he doesn't get water, he will die. Spirituality is not a pastime. Spirituality is not a co-curricular affair. It is not something that you do on the weekends or in your spare time. It is about saving your one dear precious life. Don't waste it.
Is there a difference between being selfish, that is prioritizing my needs over others, and giving?
You have to figure out your real need. Your real need would always be something that would raise others as well. This too is an important question that bugs most of us. The question is, if I look after my needs, my spiritual needs that is, am I not becoming selfish? Am I not stopping caring for others? No, not quite. The one who really knows himself and therefore his real needs is a blessing to everybody. The scriptures say that a man never gets liberated alone. He and his tribe get liberated together. He has such an effect on everybody. And that effect, I say, is not deliberate. Your question. The effect that the liberated man has on his tribe. You understand the word tribe, right? Your surroundings. Your whole ecosystem, your family and your community and everybody, your country, everybody, the entire world. The effect that the liberated man has on the entire world is instantaneous, unplanned, effortless. Just by your presence you liberate. That doesn't mean that you just sit and liberate. It means that now you are somebody who will live in a way that would awaken, arouse liberation in others as well. Now that you have it, you will distribute it. And you will not need to distribute with a plan. You will not need to distribute with deliberation. You will distribute just because you breathe. Your every breath would mean a fragrance to the world.
So in no way a spiritual person can, even when he is going through the journey, can cause distress in others.
If he appears like causing distress to others, it would be a useful distress. He would many a times appear like causing distress to others. But that distress is a welcome distress.
So others wouldn't feel that he's selfish.
The others would definitely feel that he is doing something
Selfish.
very evil.
Selfish.
But let the others feel that. Not only selfish, I am saying the others may even declare that this spiritual person is evil because he is catering only to his own self-interest, only to his own liberation. But that is their problem. They are not liberated. So they can claim anything. They have the license. Why do you grudge them?
So tomorrow if I am pursuing a spiritual journey, I am not obliged to stop that journey because somebody else.
You are not
feels I am-
obliged to.
I am prioritizing
no,
my
you are
needs.
not obliged to stop for them. But then you may have the compassion to stop for them. Please understand this. These are two different things. He curses you, and you may feel like coming up to him, walking up to him and telling him, you are wrong. You are wrong. He says you are evil. He says you are evil. And you walk up to him and tell him, no, I am not evil. You misunderstood. Why do you do that? We are talking of A and B. A curses B. A tells B, as very frequently all A's tell all B's, you are evil. And what do the bees usually do? The bees come up to the A
Justify that they are
and
not.
justify that they are not quite as evil as A claims. Why is B coming up to A and explaining? Because B is hurt. And the hurt is personal. B is hurt. This same B curses a Buddha. And the Buddha too stops and comes to him and says, "No son, you are wrong." Now why does the Buddha come up to him and tell him? Not because the Buddha is hurt personally, but because the Buddha is full of compassion towards this person. When B came to A, she came because she had a personal grudge.
Can the other person, I differentiate between Buddha coming and giving him that advice
That depends on the
versus
other person.
a hurt person coming and
That depends on the other person.
so
How hungry he is for the truth. If the other person is anyway looking for some kind of Buddha presence in his life, then he will realize the Buddha. On the other hand, if the other person is deeply mired in his own tendencies and unconscious self, then he may not realize the Buddha, not recognize him.
So the same person looks like the Buddha because of your attitude towards what that person is saying.
Obviously, but right now it is not about A. We are discussing about B. When B goes to A, she goes because she feels personally offended. When B goes and recriminates, when B goes and protests, "Why are you calling me evil?" then B is defending herself. When Buddha goes to A, then Buddha is not seeking respect or approval. Buddha is not personally lowered or offended.
So A can make out a difference that he has personally.
It is not about A. Why must we bother so much about A? Are we A? We must forget A. If our mind is full of A, we will remain a slave of A. The Buddha too engages with the world. The Buddha too wants to correct the one who is abusing him. But he says, you must be in deep suffering. Otherwise, how could you have abused a Buddha so much? You must be in deep ignorance. Otherwise, how could you not recognize even a Buddha? And therefore, I am coming to you because I empathize with you, because I am full of compassion for you. The abuses that you are throwing to me prove that you are the strongest claimant to my compassion. If there are 6 patients, to whom does the doctor rush first?
The one who needs
The one who is in the worst shape, the worst situation. The one who can abuse and hit even a Buddha is surely the patient who is in the worst condition. So the Buddha would never leave him. That does not mean that the Buddha has gone to him because the Buddha is offended or hurt. That means that the Buddha can see that the very fact that this fellow is abusing even a Buddha proves that this fellow is in very, very bad condition. Now this fellow cannot be left, and if the Buddha goes to him, this fellow gets another opportunity to slap the Buddha. And the Buddha will bear the slap because he is a Buddha. Oh, he may not always bear the slap. Sometimes it might be the best way to slap the fellow back. Depends. We better leave it to the Buddha.
Not a bee.